Iverson just got back to practice on Wednesday. Obviously missed the first 3 games. Do you feel like you're back to 100%, or do you think you still need a little bit of time to get your legs?
Not really. I feel like I still need, a little bit more time. It takes time, and that's why I've been going hard these 2 last practices. Just trying to get my legs back. My wind back actually. But I feel like I'm getting there, and I feel like if I will probably last a little longer on the court because out there I was a little tired after 6 minutes.
We'll go ahead and get it to Neil for a couple questions. Neil, go ahead.
Hey, Iverson, good to have you back. Just curious, the turnovers for the team as a whole, the lowest they've had in 4 games tonight, only 10 of them. You look like you were under control out there. Any temptation at all to get sped up a little bit when you haven't played in a game in over, I don't know how many months it's been, but a long time. Let's put it that way.
But I feel like sometimes like in the game, some parts I got a little anxious. And I feel like it's normal. Every player's that loves the sport and hasn't played for a long time. Then the first game back and actually sitting down for the first 3 games. I feel like I probably did a pretty good job after the couple tough shots that I had to take because I was just anxious. So I just feel like all the pressure, I relieve all the pressure after I did that because just one step at a time.
Your coach has had some pretty high praise for you in the days leading into this game, and he hasn't been bashful about saying that you have made maybe the biggest jump from freshman to sophomore year of any player that he's coached in the last 10 or 12 years of his career. Where do you think you've taken the biggest step in the offseason?
Just making better reads and just being a little mature on handling the ball. Working on my weaknesses. Actually, my shot too. I feel like every time I shoot it, it's gonna go in. It's really just that. Like I worked on.
How much confidence did you get when the first one went in tonight? Speaking of that.
How much? Say it again.
How much confidence did you get when the first one went in tonight?
I feel pretty good. I was like I said, like I got anxious. Then after that, I started doing some couple tough stuff. So. I just got anxious after that first shot went in, and it just felt good to be back. Like last year was probably 8 months ago was my last bucket. So I feel pretty good.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and get it to Paul, and then we'll go to Tyler. Paul, go ahead.
Iverson, obviously, Davion started the first 3 games in your place. In those 3 games, how much did you help him to try to get adjusted and to kind of settle some nerves coming into college basketball for the first time?
I mean, it happens. It happens to everyone. Like, the first couple games as a freshman, of course you get a little, it's some jitters. I feel like before the game started, I told him that it's gonna happen, and just trust the process and like I trusted it, so that's how I told him.
Let's go ahead and get it to Tyler. Tyler, go ahead.
Iverson, Coach Allen the other night said that you were pretty much asymptomatic during your COVID quarantine. So what was the hardest part about being out? Was it just simply being away from the team and not being able to work out, or what would you say was
not being able to play, period. That really hurts because I really love the sport, and the hardest part was of course like watching my teammates, and I feel like I let them down. Like the first 3 games, I felt bad, but I ain't had no symptoms, so I feel like I'm really blessed for not having symptoms, and that's it.
Let's go ahead and get it to Hunter. Hunter, go ahead, and then we'll wrap it up with Joel.
Coach Allen yesterday said that you've been practicing with a glove this summer. Could you feel a physical difference in your shot tonight?
Yeah. I went, I went with my uncle in San Diego, and I worked out with him a lot during them a month and a half I was over there in San Diego, and using that without including my left thumb, you know, I feel like it had a really big improvement on my shot.
Let's go ahead and wrap it up with Joel. Joel, go ahead.
Iverson, you, DJ, Abdul, I guess Quentin was around last year too, but other than y'all guys, a bunch of new faces in that locker room. So I'm just curious, what's that team chemistry like right now? Is it still kind of a work in progress, or just, I guess the bonding aspect, is so big in sports sometimes. How's that kind of coming along for all of you?
It's coming good. I feel like, we have a good chemistry. We're not all the way there yet, but I feel like the chemistry with this team, the newcomers, the transfer, I feel like we just all get along, and it's just a matter of fact that we just get all the way there, because I feel like we're not there yet, and I'm really excited about that, because if we get there, we're gonna be really, I feel like, unstoppable.